If you're an athlete, you're working a 9 to 5 right now, it is actively killing your shot at signing a big contract and making it pro. Because you cannot become a professional footballer, sign that big contract, get the fame, get the money, get the glory, get the achievement, get the status on a part-time schedule, right? If you're working a full-time job, your time, your energy, your commitment, your focus is on that job. I've lived it. I know. I've been a professional footballer at a very young age. I tried to pick up a job. It drained me. Standing on my feet 10 hours a day, I thought I could manage a professional sporting career at the same time. Never. No chance. I saw within a month, my body was shot, my back hurt, I struggled, I fell behind, and I lost the opportunity. And the thing is, you likely already know that your job is holding you back. The goals, the dreams, the career you wanted to have, that you said you wanted so badly when you were 8 years old, you know that working a 9 to 5, giving 8 hours a day to a boss is holding you back from that dream. You know that it's draining you physically. You know that it's taking up your time. You know that it's stopping you from focusing on your diet, your recovery, your training, doing the extras to become the best, to maximize your potential. But you need to pay rent, right? You need to pay the bills. How do I, as an athlete, make money without working 9 to 5, without working a normal job? I get it. I've been there. I didn't know either. In this video, I want to pull back the curtain how I did it. I went from absolute zero, making pretty much minimum wage while being a professional footballer, to 90 days later, making, to be exact, $11,297 from this little thing here that you're likely spending a few days on just scrolling with, my phone, and how I've been able to help, at this point, hundreds of athletes transition from in-person careers to making an income online as well. Stick around for that, because what I want to make you realize is the severity of the situation. Your job is, yes, maybe bringing you in between 3 to 7 grand a month from most of the athletes that I speak to, but it's costing you more than you can imagine. It's costing you physically when you're progressing slower than everyone else, when you show up to training tired, drained, your back hurts, your knees hurt, you can't train twice a day, you can't train 3 times a day. How do you expect to make it to the very top if you're training on a part-time schedule? The second way it's holding you back is that chasing your dreams and being a professional athlete is expensive, right? If you really were giving it your all, you would be flying across the world, chasing different opportunities. You would be eating the best food in the world, grass-fed, organic, perfect. You would have a nutritionist like the professionals do. You would be investing in your recovery. You would have Normatec boots. You would have a fit, what are they called? A Whoop. You would have all of those things. You would have a private one-on-one coach 3 times a week to help you during the season and the off season to recover. If you don't have a way to make a lot of money as an athlete before you sign your first big contract, you're not able to invest in yourself, and that's costing you progress that you could be making if, you were making more money, right? If I gave you a duffel bag right now of an extra 10 grand a month, how would you use that? How would that change your life? How would that change your career as an athlete? Now, take that away. Not having that is what working in 9 to 5 and not being able to make an income online is costing you. And the third way is that whatever sport you play, let's talk about soccer or football, the breakthrough gap is like 18 to 22 years old. If you're in that age and you're not giving it your all, I'm sorry, it's going to be extremely hard. The numbers are already this tiny, but if you're working a full-time or a part-time job at the same time, they're shrinking. You only have a few years to get ahead. And once the window is gone, it's gone, and you're going to live with regret. I can tell you, as I've been there, I've signed a professional contract. I was a kid with a dream at 6 years old. The only thing I wanted was to become a professional footballer. I would have so much regret if I worked a job in those prime years and I didn't give it my all. Do not make the same mistakes that I did. But they're the 3 biggest things that I've seen. I'm speaking to literally thousands of athletes on, the fact that their 9 to 5s is not making them money, but it's costing them their careers, their future, their dreams, right? But you probably already know that. I'm not here to kick sand in your face and make you realize the situation you're in. What I want to do is provide you with a solution, because I figured out a way. I've now helped hundreds of people that I've worked with in our community find a way as well. There is a better way, all right? Making an income online. Whoa, it's a scam. Is this legit? Whatever thoughts you have, I get it. I've been on your side of the screen. But when I've helped literally hundreds of athletes exactly like you, that were just as skeptical as you, that were just as unsure on you, that didn't know what remote sales was, just like you, and I've helped them, taking them from where you are to making 5, making 10 grand a month. You've got to put the fear and the skepticism aside, because it works. It's been proven. How does it work? Right? Essentially, high ticket sales is where you work for an online business owner that has a huge audience. They sell a coaching program, a mentorship, a course. They have hundreds of thousands of followers. They do not have the time, so they will not, and they do not reply to those people themselves. But if no one does, they lose a bunch of money, so they hire an appointment setter and a closer to speak to those people. We train appointment setters and closers, so we will train you to work and sell for those companies where you make a commission basis, all right? Again, I made within 90 days, 11K in that opportunity. I've helped hundreds of athletes do the same thing. It's not drop shipping or SMMA or whatever it is where you have to start a brand new business. It does not take months to learn. We've helped people and place them in a remote sales role literally within 24 hours of them coming to us. The average time is about 3 weeks. We can help you do the same thing, obviously, once you know how to sell. But we train, but we also, more importantly, place you in remote, high-ticket sales roles as well. If that sounds interesting at all, you're an athlete, you know that your 9 to 5 is costing you your career and the future that you could have, what I want you to do is click the link below this video. There's going to be an application to fill out a form. Right? It's going to be a form to speak with either me or a member of my team. You won't be just speaking to some random guy that I found off the street. It's someone that's been through the community that I run, Athletic Freedom. It's changed their life. They now help other people do the same thing. It's genuinely just a chill chat, seeing if this aligns with your goals, where you want to go, and if we're going to accept you to place you in one of the companies that are looking to hire you. And if it doesn't make a good fit, no worries at all. At least you know that this isn't the thing for you, and we'll do our best to point you in another direction. Last thing I'll leave you with is, this isn't just about your income and about an online opportunity and making an income online, about remote sales. This is about the career and the dreams you've had since you were 8 years old. Because if you decide to book a call, go through with this, and 3 months down the line, you're making 10K a month, your life will look completely different compared to if you watch this video, you click off and you do nothing about it, which 99% of people will, but there will be 1% of you that actually follow through, that actually do something about it. And I want to help that person. Fill out the form below, and then I'll speak to you soon. Have a great day.